Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Chief Luke, Executive Secretary, for your introduction. Please take your seat. The AFP Chief of Staff, General Romeo Browner, and the major service commanders, Philippine National Police Chief General Nick Torre, Philippine Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Ronnie Gavan, my fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, and for today I leave for an official visit to Washington, D.C. upon the invitation of the President of the United States, Donald Trump. It is my first visit to Washington following the inauguration of President Trump earlier this year. I'm happy to note that this visit is the first by an ASEAN head of state to the United States under this administration. This visit builds on the active exchanges that we have had since the assumption of the new Trump administration. These include the various bilateral meetings between our Secretary of Foreign Affairs, the U.S. Secretary of State, the visit to Manila of the U.S. Secretary of Defense in March, and also of the Director of National Intelligence last month, as well as the visits of bipartisan U.S. congressional delegations. My visit to Washington, D.C., and most importantly, my meeting with President Trump, is essential to continuing to advance our national interests and strengthening our alliance. During this visit, we will reaffirm our commitment to fostering our long-standing alliances as an instrument of peace and a catalyst of development in the Asia-Pacific region and around the world. My top priority for this visit is to push for greater economic engagement, particularly through trade and investment between the Philippines and the United States. I intend to convey to President Trump and his cabinet officials that the Philippines is ready to negotiate a bilateral trade deal that will ensure strong, mutually beneficial, and future-oriented collaborations that only the United States and the Philippines will be able to take advantage of. As with my previous visits to different countries, I expect to meet with business leaders to explore business opportunities that will help to grow our economy even more. And as you will notice, in the attendance of the cabinet secretaries here today, our cabinet secretaries for defense and the economic team as well are not here simply because they are already there and have been there for a few days to prepare the groundwork for the work that we are doing whilst I am actually there. And so I expect our discussions to focus on security and defense, of course, but also on trade. And we will see how much progress we can make when it comes to the negotiations with the United States concerning the changes that we would like to institute so as to be able to alleviate the effects of a very severe tariff schedule on the Philippines. With that, thank you very much and good morning.
Designated caretaker po, and what are the directives of the President before leaving college?
Okay. The panel of caretakers consists of myself, the ES, Secretary of Justice Remulla, and Secretary of Agrarian Reform, Australia. The orders of the president is to continue the work while he is away. Anyway, we keep in constant communication with him during all the time that he is away from the country.
Ano po ba siyang specific na mga level na nagawin po natin
Well, wala namang kailangan na ilagay niyang specific because each of us, including the other cabinet secretaries, we are all aware of what the president has set for us to do. So we will just leave it at that. Everybody continues to function 100%. That's the desire of the president all the time.
Sir, yung search for missing submarines, meron pang ilan po nangyayari dito sa kayo?
No, the weather here has to be respected. If the searching teams cannot go to the places where they are supposed to find these remains, they have to respect the weather. But we will leave it entirely to the Secretary of Justice and his team because they are the agency into this.
Sir, kamusta po pala ang
Yes, the president has been involved very personally in the preparation of the SONA, no? Because that is the report to the people. He always gives that the highest importance, and I think he has already collected the material for his SONA. Although we are still hoping or expecting that the president will consider more material. Alam mo si Presidente masyadong malakas ang focus niya sa mga ganitong bagay because he really loves to communicate to the people the work that he has been doing, that the cabinet has been doing, that the entire government has been doing. Well, we can expect that. If he wants to include that, if there is anything to worth reporting, we can expect that. Well, the policy remains the same. Online gaming, gambling kasing ginamit mo. Online gaming, whether it is gaming or gambling, the president is very strong about POGOs, ban na yan. So that was a year ago when he announced the ban. Yung tungkol sa online gaming, that is not akin to scams or that has nothing to do with scams and online fraud. Well, we are still looking into it because we have to see all the ramifications that gaming of that method may be allowed to operate.
Sir, pakilinaw na lang din kasi last time may statement po daw kayo regarding sa ICC at may arrest warrant para kay Senator Bato.
Wala akong sinabi doon na may arrest warrant. Ano? Ang tanong kasi ni Mr. Kyodo, Kyodo News, he asked for an interview because he was leaving this posting. He was going to another place. So because of I have some connections with him. Pero later on he came to ask what about other people who might be involved. So I had to answer very consistently that if there should be a warrant, I did not mention that there was already a warrant. If there should be a warrant, we will probably do the same thing that we did in the case of the former president if the warrant is coursed through the Interpol, because we continue to be a member of the Interpol. We are not going to do things differently unless the Supreme Court in those pending cases makes a different announcement about how we should proceed. Remember that it has been in the public domain after all that we have a law actually that says that the government in humanitarian crimes against humanity and human rights,